Hello and welcome to Warframe Uranus Spy 2.0 tutorial. I made this tutorial because recently the third sortie was a spy mission, and after 2 agonizing hours of playing in squad, I just decided to run it solo. This isn't a completely clear run as I triggered 2 alarms, but I will show you how to avoid making the same mistake. As you know, maps in Warframe are random, so it's possible the order of spy walls is changed in your map. Let's get started with Vault A here. The route to this vault is underwater for the most part. Be wary of the turbines, which will push you into alarm barriers. To disable the turbines, shoot the yellow glowing control boxes. For the second turbine, shoot the 4 control boxes which are located around the turbine. Don't sweat it, there's no time limit, so just patiently wait for the turbine to deactivate. The third turbine is a bit tricky because the control boxes are located around the turbine again, and frankly I didn't see this until I was leaving from the Vault A, so you have 2 options here. You can either wait for the turbine to turn off and then rush to the exit from the water, or you can just try and shoot those control boxes, which I think is the easier way. Because I triggered the alarm, now you can see my lead hacking skills in action. By the way, some tips for hacking here. You usually want to press the spacebar as it's about to come to the bell thingy that you want to activate. In short, when the arrow is pointing at the bell thing next to the one you want to activate, press the spacebar. You can now leave Vault A jumping underwater again. I'm not sure if there's a shortcut, but I haven't found any.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now and they will start destroying the data.
Alright, Vault B now. This one is kind of tricky because there's a sort of tower structure inside and the computer terminal is just on the top of it. However, there are several floors and there are detectors running around the towers, so you will have to be extremely careful. I also found the detectors are random, however the routes to the terminal are the same, so what I suggest is you stay around the corner and watch for about a minute or so how the detector moves, so you can plan your route accordingly. The detector's field of view is represented by orange lines. You will usually want to head out when the detector is just about starting to turn, because then you will have sufficient time to run to the safe spots. By the way, for this and the last vault it's obviously easier to use the invisible Warframe, but I don't have any, so I just ran through it with Excalibur. And sorry for the long waiting here, I was just making sure I won't get caught.
Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected you.
When jumping here, 1 bullet jump should be enough. I accidentally pressed the spacebar and almost fell off the platform. And the worst thing about this is I have almost done it again at the second platform. Well, I guess there goes the saying, fool me once, shame on you, but fool me twice. By the way, the detector on the platform didn't notice me because when it's turning it usually faces the tower. I'm not saying this is always, but on the top floor it has been like this for several runs, so I guess it might be true. When you get to the top floor, you will want to kill the enemy as fast as possible, otherwise the alarm will trigger. So this was the second vault, and now on to the last. I think the last one is the hardest because, well, you will see.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
I just kill all the enemies along the way to make sure that I won't trigger any alarms. After you have headed downstairs, turn left, don't go right, because there's an alarm trap which you cannot possibly pass. Now simply destroy all the fans that aren't moving. After destroying about 3 fans, you should get to the exit. By the way, you can go from the other side as well. There are usually like 2 or 3 routes to the vaults, but I chose this one. Immediately after getting out of the water, I was met by 2 level 100 gunners. In a split second, I figured there's no other way than the coward one. So I blinded the gunners and hacked the computer terminal, all while listening to ringing alarms and gunners grunting as my carrier was tickling him. But fortunately, it worked. So this was a quick tutorial for Uranus Spy 2.0 missions. Unfortunately, I got just 25 gold fusion cores from the Sortie, but hey, it could always be worse. But anyway, I hope you found the video helpful, and I would like to thank you for watching.